Jimbos Garage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jimbos Garage, and I'm Jimbo. As you may or may not know, I have a full line of Hilti tools, the industrial line for my construction company, as well as a full line of their 18-volt cordless hand tools for here in the shop. Today we're going to be looking at the Hilti SF 10W A18. This is a brand new half-inch drill motor that they've got out for early 2015 here. This is a 4-speed drill motor here, which I don't think there's any. I've never seen a 4-speed drill motor, but this has got 4 speeds to it. It has a LED work light that's on the bottom of the battery here that shines up on your work. We have a battery indicating light on the back to let you know how much power you have left in your battery. This is constructed of super hard plastic. It's got a nice rubber back on there for additional grip. The chuck is solid steel construction. It has no plastic whatsoever to it. It's super heavy duty. And then we have a long handle here for leverage because of the high torque that they claim that they have for this drill motor. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put this thing to the test. I'm going to show you all 4 gears on this thing and show you how it works. And we're going to drill through some wood and we're going to drill through some metal. And starting off with the wood, we're not going to mess around. We're going to get right down to business because I'm going to stick in this 1 1/8, 18-inch long drill bit, and we're going to try to hammer this thing in through the wood. I'm going to put a 4x4 in the vise, and we're going to pound through there in all 4 gears, and I'll show you how that works. So let's do that right now. Okay, I've got the 18-inch drill installed in the chuck, and we're going to start off in first gear right here. And we're gonna drill through this thing and let's see how it works. First gear is the lowest speed this thing has, so let's just see how fast it plows through here. Well, I have to say that went through there pretty good, pretty effortlessly. Let's try second gear. And let's see if we can hear the difference between the different RPMs. Well, I can definitely tell the difference there. Wow, this cuts through this thing really good in the second gear. All right, that's pretty good. That cut through there pretty good. We're going to switch this over. And we're gonna try third gear. Let's see what happens. All right, well, I have to say that the third gear might be a little bit too high, but for fun, we're just gonna go with fourth gear and see what happens. Probably this is not the way to go if you're trying to drill through wood at this thickness anyway, but hey, we got it, we're gonna try it. It almost drills itself, but out of battery. So, I'll tell you what, we're not really out of battery, but what we're gonna do is, because it's such a high speed, I'm just gonna flip this back and flip it down to 1, and it's just gonna plow right through it. And even probably 2 would be good for this. Pretty nice. All right, so gears 3 and 4 is probably not the best thing to dealing through thick wood, but hey, overall, I think drills pretty good. Now let's try some metal. Okay, I've got about a 1/4 inch pilot drill in here, and we're going to drill through some 1/4 inch thick angle iron right here. I'm going to drill a couple of holes, and then I'm going to back it up with a 1/2 inch metal bit. So let's give that a try. Might be a lot to do with my drill bit, but it's actually drills pretty good. I'm in the second gear, by the way. All right, now that the pilot holes are drilled, let's change this out to a 1/2 inch drill. All right, plenty of power right there. All right, well, that's pretty cool. So far, so good. I think we're gonna go ahead and try I've got a 1/2 inch thick metal plate. Well, let's see if we can, I can get a pilot hole on that thing, and let's see if we can drive that 1/2 inch drill through this 1/2 inch plate. All right, try third gear on this right here to get this pilot hole going. Got a little oil. Well, as you can see, the drill bit's smoking. Hey, we went through that 1/2 inch plate. Plenty of power left in the drill, plenty of torque. Let's switch over to the 1/2 inch drill and see how she does. All right, I'm ready. A little oil on there. You know, I'm going to move this down to the second gear because I think that's a little too fast. We'll just actually we're going to bump it down to the first gear. Let's just go real slow and just see how this thing performs. Whoa, look at that. I'll tighten this up right now. Okay, there we go. A little bit more cutting oil on here. Whoa, there's a good example of the torque right there. Wow, look at that. Super high torque. All right, let's try that again. That just goes to show you the high torque of this thing. That was really strong, and I'm glad I got this handle on here for leverage. Wow, that is crazy. Look at that. That is so strong that it snapped that 1/2 inch drill. Incredible. Wow. Wow, well, there you go. I don't think there's anything else to prove. This thing is super strong. It was so strong, it just snapped that 1/2 inch drill right in half. Amazing. All right. Well, everybody, how about that? What a great review. That thing cut through that 4x4 like butter. That was a very large drill bit. It had a lot of power. This 18 volt SFW 1/2 inch drill just plowed through that wood like crazy. And when it got to the metal, yeah, same thing, went right through it. And I'm telling you, we got a real visual effect on how much torque this drill motor has, snapping this 1/2 inch drill as we were drilling through that 1/2 inch thick plate. Very impressive. I mean, the drill didn't slow down, just snapped the 1/2 inch drill. Wow, pretty cool. So there you go. The Hilti SF 10W A18 18 volt 1/2 inch drill motor, brand new from Hilti. I'm pretty impressed with the way it works. Super high torque. Stay tuned for more reviews on Hilti products coming up soon. Thanks for watching.
See you next time on Jimbos Garage.